Hello. Wait, where's the image? Where is today's image? What the heck? It's missing. The image is missing. It should be here. Image. Where's the image? Hold on. I'm going to look for the missing image. There should be one. It should be here. Oh, because I moved everything to a different folder. Because now I've decided to organize my images by year. I made a 2026 folder. And now OBS doesn't know how to find the image because it's in a different folder. But where is the image? That's the thing. That's the thing that I'm confused by. Is where is the image? Image reaction. Spotify, whatever. Okay, I'm just gonna put the image on the screen. There it is. Anyway, let me welcome people. Welcome Stream Elements, welcome Wed, welcome Edwardbra, Stanley, Hamflow, Zoe, Wallstarer, Piss. Wolfie, what is your favorite directory on the Windows operating system? That is a good question. I don't usually use Windows, so I will have to check. I will have to check. Let's see. What directory? Downloads? No, that's... No, I don't think so. Welcome Props Not Jack. I would think that it would be the default directory of the Windows subsystem for Linux, which would be /home/Wolfie, but then it's on a different directory here. So specifically where? Well, it's going to be in... Favorite directory is actually Linux. It's actually this one. How do I get the path? Copy address, perhaps? No, but that's like Linux. That's when you're in Linux. When you're on Windows, it's specifically in //wsl.localhost/debian/home/Wolfie. I would say maybe that's my favorite. It's an exotic one. Yeah, it's pretty obscure. I don't know if you've heard of it. Specifically, I can't even talk. Specifically, guys. Okay, anyway, what am I doing? What are we doing today? Good question. We're gonna pull from our Git repository. Whoa, look at all those changed files. Surely a lot has changed, right? Check it out. Check it out, y'all. Last time I streamed this was Saturday. Now, what did I do on Saturday? What did I change? Add props not jack to credits. True, that is a thing that I've changed. Okay, let me run the latest game, and then I will show you. I will show you what it looks like, and then you'll be like, wow, that looks almost the same. Welcome, Pam. All right. I also changed the order of the color schemes, because before it was kind of whatever order I had. Now they're sort of sorted by hue. So look at this. It starts in the blues and then it goes gradually into... There's a lot of blue ones. It goes gradually into purples, and then it goes into like brown, and then red, and then brown, and then green, and then back to blue. Look at that. Sort of by hue. I knew someone was going to say that. I feel like every time I think of something, I'm like, hue, that's a name, and I don't say it. Someone's bound to like make the same reference. And that's why the chat reflects the streamer, because you all understand. Everyone understands. Anyway, so I've okay, let's look at the credits. Whoa, look, I've ordered it differently. You are now no longer in special thanks. You are now under some puzzles. That's right, some puzzles. I've moved some things. Look, this is centered now. This is here. Got music, some puzzles, because it would be weird, because like special thanks, and then like I can't put like some puzzles : X tag props not jack. It would have to be, you know, you can't fit that there, so it has to be special thanks. Okay, it had considerations based on tile availability, a lot of things to consider, okay? Yeah, the name was too much, because before it was some puzzles, hexag. But then now it's on a different line, and you can't put some puzzles without overwriting this drawing. And then like this one, I don't know, it's there. I don't even thank the viewer. I don't even thank like you. You know, in other games they thank you, the player. I no longer have room to thank the player or the person watching the stream. It's messed up. The Game Boy and its hardware restrictions and all that. It's messed up. Can you list everyone who didn't contribute any puzzles? No, because that would be too many people. That would be far too many. Anyway, but I've added some of the puzzles. I've also chosen a default color scheme. That's right, earlier we were like, we should choose a color scheme that looks good on color corrected systems and also non-color corrected systems. So color 1, I believe, looks pretty good. Yeah, you can't even thank Twitch chat. What puzzles are left? We have 5. 5 puzzles left to decide. Well, let me show you the ones I've added, okay? This one, oh, we worked on this last stream. This is the dinosaur. I've also solved all of these off stream. This one was pretty easy. This anime one was actually pretty hard. I think because there's so many like small pixels that are in like nowhere, you know? Alright, this one. We have to wait at least 1 second before it gets, before it actually shows the image on the level select. Make an extremely difficult one? I have. This one is made by Probs Not Jack. I think this one was, is harder than the easy ones. I would say medium / hard difficulty. You'll notice like, wait, Wolfie, you solved this one. Why didn't it show up? Because I use a time of 0 to indicate that it has not been solved. Because, you know, realistically, no one can solve it in 0 seconds. Welcome Green Blob Code, welcome DX Nomad, welcome ZooDev for the raid. You're probably doing a software and game development based on the fact that you have dev in your name. Yes. New Year AT Proto, hey, that's the Blue Sky protocol, isn't it? Something like that. Well, I hope you had a good stream. Hope you had developed various things, fixed some bugs maybe created some new functionality. I've just been going over my changes I made to my game. I'm making a picross game that you can play on a real Game Boy, and I'm almost done. I'm almost done with it. If you have a real Game Boy and a way to play cartridges on it and put games on cartridges, you can perhaps play this at some point. I'm just going over the puzzles that I've added since last time. Okay, so I'm cheating though. I'm cheating. I have a hotkey to reveal the solution. Welcome Hickfool. It looks good. I like the colors. Well, good news. You can change the color. That's right. You can choose different colors. Anyway, this one is it is a windmill. This one was added by Xtag. Alright, so let's look at all the colors. Look at this. Colors. Some of them. This one is pretty low contrast. I think this one mostly looks good on non-color corrected Game Boys. You know, we got a bunch of colors. This one, I'm a fan of this one. I've been playing with this color on my retro handheld. I think this one's probably my favorite. But there's others. We got this one, this Halloween one is pretty nice. Anyway, there's the windmill. And then this one is, I added the Vim logo. Look, it looks so nice. The Vim logo in Picross. How often are you going to find the Vim logo in a Picross game? And compare this to the real Vim logo. Check it out. Look, whoa, it looks so similar. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, Vim in Picross, that's right. But yeah, look, it works as a puzzle. And the next one, oh, this one, does anyone know what this is? That's right, it's Mint Aibu. This used to be called Wisp, but she has renamed her fan base to Aibu, so this is this. I did not receive permission for this. Okay, I did not ask if it was okay. I'm assuming it's okay. If she has problem with it, no one's gonna find this. Okay, no one's gonna play to level 145 and be like, wait a second, he added this mascot without permission. It's fine. And then we talked about the A Sprite Crocodile. I've added the A Sprite Crocodile. I had to make some changes to it. Like this pixel was not there usually. Like check it out, this guy, right? You'll notice it doesn't have that pixel here, but I do, because you need to make it a solvable picross, right? And also the fact that this is a 16 by 16, but the puzzle is 15 by 15. So I needed to change the arm. This arm is no longer out there. It's now like in here. But it's solvable. Waiting for Miss Phantom to cancel me for adding Ibu without permission. It's fine. We go way back. She's like, oh, that's cool. Whoa, what am I saying? Anyway, look at the other colors though. Look at all of these colors. Got lemon. We got monochrome. We got others. Anyway, this one's my favorite one. Wait, is this what? No, was it that one? No, yes, it was that one. This one's my favorite one. Time to add the Steam logo and itch logo. What is the itch logo? It's just like a controller though. It's simply just a controller. I already have a controller in the game. Anyway, I've added, what else did I do? What else have I changed? I've made some, oh, you guys know that the Game Boy Color has a fast mode? So when you're running on a regular Game Boy, it runs at a default speed, but since the CPU for the Game Boy Color is faster, you can actually make it faster. But people don't usually recommend using fast mode because it uses more power. But like I use it to fix up loading times. So when you're loading the level, it does all this processing. It's like, oh, we gotta find out, we gotta render the image, we gotta like find out, generate the clues, we gotta make the bitmap, all that stuff. Now I use CPU fast mode when loading. So you'll notice it loads faster on the Game Boy Color. If you play this on a regular Game Boy, it'll be the regular speed. I've also made it so you can adjust the BGM in the title screen. Previously, you could only adjust it from here. I know BGM's not playing, that's because this emulator is running under Linux on Windows. There's some issues there. But now you can listen to BGM. You can change the song here. Also, welcome Neo Zero, thank you, 28 months. Picross, but it's just copyrighted images. I'm sure every image is at some point copyrighted. I've changed some variables to static. Some of you might be ecstatic about this. You're like, whoa, what the? Hey, wait, some of those variables were global but not specific to that file. You can't have that. So now they're static, okay? And then use more static variables. I've added puzzles, changed the page the page indicator. This thing right here. Before I was writing every sprite individually. Every time you change page, it'd be like go through every page. Oh, you see that flickering? I thought I fixed that. Okay, turns out I have not fixed it. I'm gonna write that down. I have not fixed the flickering, despite the fact that I thought I did. To do fix flickering of sprites. But yeah, this is now a meta sprite. So you render all of them together rather than changing them one at a time. One thing I noticed though, when you're changing sprites mid-render, sometimes it flickers. And the way that the Game Boy works is that it'll render like one line at a time. So like it'll render this line and then this line. And you have variables, different registers that tell you what line is being rendered. So now I have it so that as I'm rendering this thing, if the scan line is between here and here, I wait until the next frame to make changes to it. Otherwise it causes flickering. Like, let's say you change this tile is changed mid-render, like this line is being rendered, then it shows up as different. And the flickers, but apparently it's not fixed. I thought I fixed it. Apparently it's not true. And then I sorted the palettes, as I mentioned. They're now sorted by blue ones, and then purple, and then red, and then I've updated so that the web controls. So by default, Binge JB, which is the emulator that I use for web, Alt and Controller to use for like A and B buttons, which I found was kind of annoying, because if you're trying to like Alt Tab or like Control Tab to something, it would like count as an input. So I have removed that. That is now no longer a thing. And that's it. That's, I believe that is all that I've done. Okay, also don't hide pencil at top. This is another thing. Let me show you. Was this one ramen? I think this, yeah, this one. So previously, okay, the way that Game Boy and Game Boy Color handle sprites is done differently. In Game Boy Color mode, you have better control over like the position of sprites. It just renders them in order. But then on the regular Game Boy though, it renders items that have an X coordinate first, or I guess last. So like if you have something like up here, let's say like this thing right here is at this coordinate. The pencil is at this coordinate. It would render this thing over the pencil, which obviously you don't want. Right, so previously I had it so that if the pencil was up here, you would just not render this thing. But then it looks weird on the Game Boy Color, because then, you know, there's just nothing there. So now I've made it so that it checks. If it's Game Boy Color, then just render this thing. If not Game Boy Color, then don't render it. And we can check, we can confirm that this is true. So on the Game Boy, do not prefer Game Boy Color. And then if you go up here, look at this, we got this thing. It's hidden, that's right, it's not there anymore. Because it would have been overlapping strangely. So that's there. Another difference between, I've also mentioned this last stream, color, you cannot change the color. It'll be color 0. And then also up here, the thing for changing the palette does not exist on regular Game Boy. But then if we go back, it's there. It's literally there now, and then you can change the color. Alright. What else have I done? That's it. That's it. Alright, so what are we doing today? Good question. I guess we'll design the last 5 puzzles, and then the only things left are just minor things. Can you believe it, guys? It's been many months, and it will soon be done. We're almost done with the game. It's crazy. Bam. Just 5 more to go. Now, like, what ideas did I have? Let me check my list. Wolfie's Nonogram's list of things. Oh, I needed to add a ball to the golf puzzle. I thought it was a bit weird that this guy's golf, what's this thing called? Golf thing was not really, like, hitting anything, so I need to put this in there. Just, you know, so that it's more accurate. Or maybe it should be on the other side. Maybe it should be here. There. Maybe that's better. Or maybe... What if it was there? No, that doesn't make sense. It's gotta be here, right? Let's just put it there. The one on the right, yeah, but the thing about having it be on the right though is that when you're like in the level select, it blends in. And you're like, well, you could just add a border. Yeah, but that's like a lot of effort. You guys see that video about a golf club that always sinks the hole? I do not know. See, that's the problem with having this thing on this side, is that it's not there, you know, you can barely see it. I think having it here, although a bit less readable, interacts a bit better with the surroundings. I don't know. There's options. There's things. You gotta consider things. You can make it 1 pixel. You can't put it in the hole because that would change the puzzle. The entire puzzle would be wrong. I guess it could just be like this. Maybe just one pixel like here. Maybe it's like really small. Nah, I'm just gonna have it like this. I think that's fine. Anyway, okay, what puzzles are we adding today? What is on my list of things? Okay, list of ideas. The Ace Bright Crocodile is done. I've added an anglerfish. I put Wisp in my notes, but it's actually an Aibu now. Golfing guy had bad posture. What if he was just setting up? What if he was simply just in the process of lining up his shot? This isn't like his final shot. He was like, you know, trying to get, I don't know. I now think all golf poses are for shorter swings than expected as a result of the video. Yeah, I don't know. Does anyone here golf? Any fans of golf? Golf fans? Golfins? Golfins? Like dolphins with golf? Welcome, Nano Lathan. Okay, ideas I had. Old man with cane. Sandwich. Daruma. Bit of a Daruma. Everyone at your company golfs? What the? Is it full of like old people? Golfing is one of those things that's for like really rich people or old people. Yes, it is. It is a lot of old people. You don't usually see like, unless it's mini golf, but that's like its own different category. Also, the office is near rich people land. You're doxing your workplace. Now we know to look for places that are near golf courses, specifically in the Pacific Northwest. That's crazy. Actually, not really. No, I don't know. Northwest. Maybe just the west. Perhaps just the west. Alright, ideas. Old man with cane. Do I really want to add old man with cane? Because it would kind of be like this, right? This is kind of like a cane. It's kind of like a man. Like, how is that relevant to my stream? Just because I'm old? Just because I'm old, I think I should have an old man with a cane? Maybe. Maybe that is true. How do you make him look old? And have like a beard. There are too many golf courses there. There's so many. Alfie, I feel as if you are a decade or so younger than me. I think so. I think you've mentioned it. I think you've mentioned that you are in your 40s, right? Something like that. I don't know. Okay, maybe not old man with a cane. Do I have a set of shades? Sunglasses? I could. Perhaps. Close to it? Okay, so then we're not a decade apart. Then we are within 10 years of each other. But close to it. Alright, sunglasses. Then the cool thing about sunglasses, though, you can add interesting effects, such as these reflections. It makes it slightly more interesting. The mushroom, wait, that's true. We do have a mushroom in the game. Wait, what if we just look up Maple Story enemies? A slime. Do I not have a slime in the game? A slime. We have snail. We have pig in the form of ham. I don't think I have a slime. We could add a slime. Let me put that in my notes. Slime. I could add a mushroom enemy. One of these guys. Wait, what about something from Ragnarok Online? I did play a lot of Ragnarok. Ragnarok Online enemies. A pouring. I feel like a pouring is the default Ragnarok enemy that everyone knows. And by everyone, I mean people that know Ragnarok. But that's also a slime. That is in fact also a slime. Legally distinct slime with antenna. It's true. It's so true. So true. Truing. Okay, well, sunglasses though. Sunglasses, they kind of go up, right? They're not simply. What if? Okay, what if they were like this? What if it was like the cool sunglasses? Yeah, Dragon Quest slime, Dragon D's. All right, we could have this. We could have this as the sunglasses. But then how do we make it interesting? Well, we could have like, but then like, would this not be too easy? And then this could also go this way. It also kind of looks like a bra though. Like ideally you would have it go this way, but you can't fit that. There's like not enough space to have that on the screen. You could have it like this maybe. But then like then the bottom is empty. Why would you even have it on the bottom? It could go off screen, but then like then it would look strange though. You can break them. But why? Why would I break the sunglasses? Broken sunglasses? That's too much. Is that not too much? How would that even how would this even? You could have an earpiece angled like they're resting on a table. Like if I had it, like one of them was like this. True, true. I could have it. It could be like this. We could have this one as the dark color. So that you can tell that it's in the background. Yeah, because you can have different colors for the, whatever this is called. True, true. But then what about the bottom, though? What if it was a smile? It's still too empty. There's gotta be something else on the bottom. There has to be. There literally has to be. I do also feel like we have a lot of puzzles that have like this kind of step pattern like this. Like this one. I guess this one it doesn't really. You can make it a fake mustache. Called Agent. This disguise, sunglass disguise maybe. Disguise agent. Pixel art sunglasses. Disguise toast. Faintly looks like an onion. No, it doesn't. What is he? I guess I could make the sunglasses like a bit more like. They could be larger, you know? It doesn't have to be this small. It could be like, maybe like. Is that even interesting? Is that even an interesting puzzle? Oh, what about this? Wait, what about. Sunglasses, cool sunglasses, smiling guy. Cool emoji. Yeah, it could just be, okay. Here's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be, a guy. It's gonna be the sunglass emoji guy. Yellow, that's how Americans pick up the phone. Homer Simpson be like yellow. Get it, guys? Because he's yellow. He's literally yellow. There, okay, we got smiling, a smiling friend, but not the TV show Smiling Friends. There, okay, that could be something, right? This is totally something. Smiling face emoji guy. And then what if we had this thing be white? But then the thing about this though is that, okay, we could add some shading to make it more interesting, because sometimes you just have these 1x1s on them, like by themselves. It's like it doesn't work so well. So what if we added some shading like on this side? What if it was like this, and then this up here, like this, like that. Yeah, but then it's like a sphere though. So if it's like a sphere, you gotta have some highlights up here. That's how shading works. That is how shading functions in society. But this is like, it's like too bright though. This part is too bright. So what if it was like this? Welcome Ilorezi. Very rad drawing. Thank you, thank you. I put a lot of effort into this. But then with this one though, I feel like with this one, I can't really tell that. No, you can kind of tell that he's smirking. I think that's fine. I think that's perfectly acceptable. Alright, this one will be called Cool Smiling Sunglasses Guy. What do I call this one? Cool man. Cool guy. Guy who is cool. And then what if we simply did not have the outline on this side? And then instead, then this is all just like, then it accents the sunglasses. Cool all lowercase. No, we gotta be capitalizing things. Capitalization is the basis of society. I think this is fine. Would this be too easy though? We do have like a lot of things on the edges around here. Okay, what if it was like this? It kind of also looks like a Lego man. Like a Lego guy. Yo, welcome. Is that the freaking partnered streamer vacuously? Where is your check mark? I guess you can manually disable it. Sometimes people, they get partner and they don't show the thing. Welcome though. Welcome waiters. Welcome X-Job. Hamflow is already here. Vacuously Iva, Deshwan. Welcome. You guys know that Vacuously has achieved partner? It's crazy. Amazing. Check it out, guys. I'm making a game. Yeah, she's so popular now, she's gonna forget all of us. First, she steals my chatters. Hamflow was there. Last Debaco was there. I was there. Oh, there's the partner badge. Oh my god, there it is. There it is. Messed up. This is messed up. Partner more like partner. Hamflow, you can't say that. Mods, can we ban that guy? Not ban that guy. Anyway, raiders who have not seen me work on this game. This is a picross game on the Game Boy. That's right, you can play this on a real Game Boy. Vacuously is also in this game, because I have many references to things relevant to my stream, and I worked on Vacuous Sugar Quest. It's gonna be puzzle number 47, right there. This one right here. You're like, wow, how did he solve this in 2 seconds? How did he do this? There it is. There's vacuously. And then there's other references. We have the mountain. The mountain's there. Welcome 27. Welcome Lasabaka. The mountain from Vacuous Sugar Quest. It's hacking. We got the what is this one? The candy. We got the candy from Vacuous Sugar Quest. A lot of stuff. A lot of things. I've also recently added a dinosaur, but that's not relevant. I've added an anglerfish for Outer Wilds. A squid, a jerboa. What is, whoa, what is that? A sugar glider? Oh my god, that's a sugar glider. Funny that I have transcoding. And maybe it depends on like when people are streaming. Maybe, I mean, well now though, next time she streams she'll have transcoding. Whoa, what? Sugar glider? That's crazy. I gotta stop saying crazy. I should say wild instead. Yo, that's wild. And then what? You got color schemes. You can choose your own color scheme if you're playing this on a Game Boy Color. Vim, yeah, there's a Vim logo. And we have just added this one. A very cool new tag. Call this one cool. Cool sunglasses. Transcoding was the thing that made me apply. Twitch gave it everyone already. I've given up on getting partner. I've been like, oh, I should try to get partner, just so that I can get my username, you know, because my username is Wolfes, but I really would rather have it be Wolfie. And then I was like, oh, what if I like, you know, what if I drew something every day? What if I posted schedules so people like would click on Twitter? What if I like made some clips? None of that mattered, okay? Then I'm just like, I'm gonna give up. I'm no longer posting my schedules on Twitter because it literally doesn't make a difference. I still post them on the Discord though. If you can't make the jump right away, you can also do Quasi for a bit before committing to the wild. That's Quasi. No, I would say that's wild. You have schedules. He doesn't even follow me on other platforms. It's messed up. Twitch give him Wolfie. They should. They should. I think the clips were a great idea. It was high effort. Yeah, it was like so much effort and like no one watched them. Like very few people. I feel like the only people that really watch were people that already watch me. Welcome, Haribo. I know how to cheat the system. You can't say that. As a partnered streamer, you can't say that. They were great, thank you. Played this. You played this Picross? This one that did not release yet? It's real. Okay, what were you going to say though? How would you cheat the system? How would Vacuously, the partnered streamer, cheat the system that she has earned partner on? Please tell us. Alright, so I've added... I haven't even confirmed that this is popular. Not popular, possible. You have to invoke the nuclear option using the other Twitter? I feel like people just don't care. People just do not care nowadays. Okay, let's see if this is solvable. Nonogram maker. Time to post on the 200k Twitter. Have a channel point redeem. Yeah, that's what I don't want to do. That's what I would rather not do. I've never actually posted about my Twitter. Sorry, about my streaming on my Twitter that has 100-something thousand followers. Because it would be so superficial. They would just come in and be like, whoa, this is the guy who did this stuff. I'm like, I'm gonna get it the legit way, and then like, that never happened, so. It's fine. I've given up. Anyway, this is not solvable. We have to add various more dots here to make it solvable. Anything. I feel like they might not even give it to me though, because the guy who has the Wolfie username sometimes still streams. I'll be like, oh sure, that guy hasn't like that guy hasn't streamed in like forever, and then he'll just go live like once every like year or something. Like, man, You could post an anniversary announcement on the big Twitter. I don't think so. I mean, I could, but I don't think I would want to. I've never even knew Wolfie had an alternate persona. Alternate persona? Do I have? I've never even played Persona. Legit is overrated. What? You want me to use my own hard-earned clout to promote myself? I can't do that. I can't promote myself on my other platforms. It's crazy. That's wild, sorry. He wants you to buy his username. He doesn't even know I exist. That other Wolfie doesn't even know I'm real. Yeah, he streams like once a year. It's kind of messed up. Am I real? Are any of you even real though? Have we considered that none of us are real? 5 personas. Persona 5. It's true. Yeah, the other Wolfie streams more than Hamflo. It might be real. I'm real. Anyway, I know it's late in Europe, so if any of you have to leave, now is your time. You're now allowed to leave. If you want. But I'll remember. I'll be like, they left. They left. Messed up. No? Alright. People in Europe go to bed so early. No, they don't. Some of them do. The ones who have to wake up early in the morning for their jobs. But the people that don't have jobs, or if their only job is streaming, they might not. Europe so true. So true. If they're watching, it means they're up and not asleep. You're up? I get it. I get it, Hamflo. That's a good one. You're up. You're up. Ian? You think there's a guy in Europe named Ian and everyone's talking about him? Whoa, that's Europe Ian. That's him. That's the guy everyone's been talking about. The European economy. That's a great one. Thanks, I'll stick around a bit still. You have to leave now. Streamer tells everyone to leave. You can't be here. It's too late for you. I mean, if you want, you can stay. Wolfie, weren't you gonna ban Hamflo? No, that was a joke. We have fun here. We joke sometimes. We say, haha, mods ban that guy. But we don't actually mean it. It's just a joke. It's just for fun. Still not midnight. It's true that I have a job in the morning. So do I. You know, this is my last day of vacation. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna have to wake up early. I'm gonna have to like go to the office. It's gonna be cold. I'm gonna be like, man, I wish I was at home right now. But I'm not. To be outside. I have to go outside to go inside. Into the office. Messed up. It's society. It's, you know, society is trying to bring us down. What do? I do software development. I'm a software developer. Had to go to a client on my work from home day today. Frick this society. Man, they made you do that? I guess it depends on the client. It's probably up to the client. Client-side behavior and all that. Client-side, yeah. Me when the client is unhappy with my work. Clients call that side. Client. I can't talk. Oh my god, that could have been so good. Call that client-side behavior. Oh man. Clyde, Clyde, you messed up. Client-side, yeah. Hamflo, you're too late. Too late for this. I got there first. That client is always sighing. Got a lot of snow. We had reported -30 Celsius in the morning. It snowed quite a bit, I think, last week. I've not actually been outside in like quite some time since I've been on vacation. What is the weather? I know it's not rain. It thinks I'm in New Jersey for some reason. But I'm not. I'm actually in New York. Tomorrow it is this. And some of you are like, what is this? It is this. That's right. This is different from this. Welcome tangents. It's the same thing. It's not the same thing. 31 is not the same as 0. -1. Old Jersey. New Jersey. Old Jersey. Do you guys think that this would be too easy of a puzzle though? I feel like it's kind of easy, right? Because you got all this like stuff that goes around. Kind of just like connect all this together. Maybe it's too easy. Be careful on the way to the office. Hope walkways are properly salted. No, it's been long enough that the snow has melted. It was like a week and a half ago, I think. Look, it's raining on Friday. It's raining. Oh, I thought this. It's raining on Friday and Saturday. And Sunday morning. I guess this is still early. I love how it turned out. Yeah, this one. Question is it going to be a good puzzle though? We have yet to decide. Walking with dress shoes in the winter was the worst when I worked in NYC. No grip. I just wear sneakers. I have no. We don't have like a dress code at work. I fell today on the way out of the house, hit my tailbone in the concrete step. No, no. Well, I hope it was not that bad. I hope you are now okay. That everyone is safe and sound. Why is it sound anyway? Safe and sound? What about like safe and like visual? What about safe and smell? It's always sound. Okay, this is solvable. I will add this as a puzzle to the game. Cool sunglasses. Concrete step with uncertain result. Do you guys know that the word concrete to refer to like the physical building material, that word did not exist at first? They came up with the word concrete to describe like what's the word? the abstract version of concrete existed before the physical material known as concrete. It's real. Was concrete the material named after the conceptual idea of concrete? I think so. Concrete etymology, maybe. See, okay, look at this. Concrete, Latin roots, concretus, meaning to grow together. Is that real? Concrete etymology. Das concrete. Actual, solid, particular, individual. And then the abstract version. And then in the 15th, see look, 14th century was this. And then the 15th century, no, that's not even it. And then in the 1800s is when concrete, maybe 1600s, was from the building material. Isn't that wacky? Like you would think that, oh, it's concrete because it's like a physical thing, you know, but it's like, it's the other way. It was the other way around. Denoting a substance. What did Romans call it? I don't know. Something else. I mean, like the word concrete is also like English, right? Concrete poetry. I like Wiktionary because it's easy to read. Wiktionary. Borrowed from Latin, concretus. It's like something's rock solid before we named rocks rocks. Exactly. It's like bed bugs before beds existed. When bed bug was like, whoa, guys, you won't believe it. They invented beds. And they're like, holy frick, oh my god. Finally. Finally, it's real. Cement. Concrete. Concrete is also named for like a milkshake. Concrete milkshake. Did milkshakes thrown in? That's not what I mean. It's a name for yeah. This is called Culver's concrete mixer. Difference between milkshakes and concretes. Bed bugs were actually named for Timothy Bed, who discovered them. I don't think that's true. When will they invent bread bugs? Still losing my mind over a London fog. It's London. Isn't that like a... That's like a brand of clothing. Is it also something else? Is it? It's also food? It's also a... food of some sort? It's a drink? Oh. This looked like a cake. I don't know why I thought it was a cake. It was like, it was in a cup. Bread bugs? Yeah, that's what entomologists do. So true. They are out there breeding bugs. Just like software engineers, am I right, guys? True. So true, Wolfie. Wow, look at this guy. Bam. So cool. Cool sunglasses. Okay, we have 4 more puzzles. There are only 4 more puzzles in this game. It has to be good. We have to... It's gotta be good. It's gotta be... Has to be... Alright, next thing. We have 4 more. My list of ideas. Oh, a slime. I wanted to add a slime. Let's see. Slime. I mean, the slime would be easy because it's just like an abstract blob. But would that not be too easy of a puzzle though? How would I make it more interesting of a puzzle? Is it even possible? Like there, that's a slime right there. And specifically, if you have 1 dot up here, it's a pouring from Ragnarok Online. But I will just call it slime. And those who know, they'll know. They'll be like, whoa, that's a pouring. Some shiny spots on the slime. The slime has got to have eyes as well. Ragnarok Online slime. Sorry, pouring. Wait, what if I added a pan lid for Maple Story? Guys, what if we had pan lid? Oh, that'd be kind of easy. It's just a circle. Maybe that's not interesting. Maple Story. What's like a notable Maple Story thing? Cooking pot? A kettle? How would a kettle be relevant to my stream? Maple Story. Alright, so pouring looks like this. A Balrog. I feel like it'd be hard to fit that in a 15 by 15. Maybe. Wait, this looks like Binding of Isaac. Oh, what if we had Binding of Isaac? Pouring. There we go. This guy. No, I think we should have... Okay, it should be like... shaded like this. And then we have the eyes like this. It's like a neutral... No, it's like it's smiling. It's a happy, smiling. Yeah, it's gonna be like this. Would it be like this though? Would it not simply be? I think it looks better like this, but it might be harder to solve. There. And then what? And then what does the pouring look like? It's got I could also add the wings. Maybe I can make it more interesting by adding like the angel ring wings to it. Like up here. But we wouldn't fit it on this side. Okay, well we should have like an outline at least. We should have, okay, so the bottom should be an outline. It's gotta be, and then like up here, we can have this. Right, and then we can have the shading, you know, as you can tell right here, the shading, the top part is partially transparent. Actually, how do they do it? How do they make it look good? So they have like one bright dot for light. Anyway, how's everyone's Monday? Are you all having a good start of your week? Maybe it's awful. Maybe it's actually an awful start to the week. Wait, no, it's been so bad. What an awful start to 2026. This year is cursed. This year is literally cursed. Welcome, Namington. 2028. I hope so. 2028. No, 2020 was actually pretty bad. I would not say that it ate. Yeah, pouring from Ragnarok Online. Okay, what if it was like this? What if it was like this? +2, thank you. I workshopped that one. That one was workshopped off stream. I did play Ragnarok. Welcome, JD. I played like a little bit on the real one, and then like shortly after, because it cost money, and I was a kid, and I was like, I'm not paying money for this. I found some private servers. And then, yeah, I feel like everyone played on private servers. The music was really nice though. It had some very good songs. Some classic songs out there. But then like after playing for a while, I got so used to like the high rate EXP servers. Like I think the first one I played had like 6x EXP, which was like, you know, you would think it would be kind of a lot. But a lot of them have like 100x, 200x. And 100, like 6 was pretty low. Oh, Twitch is running ads. I'm gonna drink some water. Alright. Apparently my Twitch token for VTube Studio has expired, so I need to fix that. Alright, Twitch connect account. And then authorize. And then log in and activate. There it is. It's there now. Oh no, but Handful's bonks didn't go through. Did they go through? They didn't go through, right? Because my Twitch token expired. A couple of the guys in my friend group are currently getting super into 5x rate private server. Started a magic ninja? Was that even a thing? Ragnarok. Magic ninja? What if this is new? Magic ninja? Oh no, ninjas were there. Magic ninjas though? What the? I remember you would get a 3-slot juror, and then you would put a skeleton card in it. I remember I found a skeleton card on my on the 6x EXP server. I sold it for 2 million. When I got it, everyone in the IRC was like, "What the frick? You got a freaking skeleton card? Oh my god, can I buy that? I would love to buy that from you. Please, please. Please, I need it for my 3-slot juror." It uses a lot of Blaze Shield and Exploding Dragon. I don't even know what that is. Yeah, the IRC server. I believe it was called Evil RO. Evil Ragnarok Online. I don't have the patience to farm cards. I think I just like found it by accident. I wasn't like specifically looking for it. I play Warrior, Knight, and Monk. I played like a lot of them. I remember I used to do this thing where I would like so you know how like a lot of private servers, they have like a lot of like NPCs in Frontera Square? You know, ones that heal you, ones that like sell you items so you don't have to like go to the shops. They're just all there. I would play as like a priest, and then I would just stand where all the NPCs are, and as people walked by, I would just like bless them, like give them various buffs. I don't know like what I was doing, but for whatever reason I found that fun. Like when I play MMOs, back in the day, I would just like do it to socialize. Did anyone play Mabinogi? I remember when I played that, I would just like sit in front of the church, just like I guess I was like an NPC. I would just like I would do the weekly quest to get holy water, and then when the quest was not active, I would just be sitting there, and then I would just sell holy water to people. That's right, that's me. I did it. I did that stuff. Bless you, thank you. Blessed by the partner Twitch streamer. Oh my god. It's me role-playing as an NPC. Alright, so this is gonna be in my game. We got this. It's pouring, it's there. I'm literally pouring my heart and soul into this game. I played Dungeon Fighter Online. Yeah, I didn't play that one, but I know some people who did. It was somewhat popular with the friends that I had that were playing fighting games. I've never really gotten into fighting games. It's just like a lot of effort, you know. Anyway, here's a pouring. Question is this an interesting puzzle? I feel like this one is not going to be solvable. I could still do it. Fighting games? I don't think it's worth it. There's a lot of things that I could do that I don't think would be worth the effort. Fighting games, probably one of them. First-person shooters, probably not worth the effort, for me at least. There's various things that I could be doing. And I'm spending it streaming and making video games. Anyway, this puzzle is extremely not solvable because there's a lot of these 1x1s. We don't want that. Okay, so that makes it a bit more solvable. But then, like, what do we even add here? What if it had a nose? What if it had blush? What if the blush was up here? It doesn't help. It doesn't even help. I think my favorite Ragnarok class was probably Knight. Swordsman, specifically the class before Swordsman. Sorry, before Knight was Swordsman. I thought swordsman... Wait, there's different races? For a list of classes available to humans, there's demi-humans. The Doram player, what is this? You can play as a cat creature. Doram. Man, did they say lasagna? Hold on. Doram start in the town of Lasagna, Garfield? Nobody plays it. This is post renewal stuff. I've never heard of it. It's probably some new stuff. Lasagna? Why is their town named Lasagna? Did anyone play Ragnarok Battle offline? Does anyone remember this? This was an amazing game back in the day. Man. It's so obscure, but it was fun. It was sort of like side-scrolling. It's like it had a story, I guess. You would go through stages, fight people. It was good. Yeah, Garfield. Alright, how do I make this solvable? Didn't know it existed. I was very into Ragnarok. There was like, they would sell like, you know, music remixes at like events in Japan. They would make games like this, fan games. And I would download them illegally because there was no way that I would like get them like for real. But then at some point I did. At some point I knew people who like would go to those conventions. They would sell my stuff there. They'd be like, "Hey, I found this Ragnarok thing. You want it?" And I'd be like, "Sure." And then I got them. I got them officially for real. Welcome, Classic Carabel. Good morning. Me when I get things for real. Me when I get them. Okay, how do I make this a real puzzle? Can I even make this a real puzzle? It's not possible. It's actually not possible without sacrificing the structural integrity. The pouring. No, I can't do it. Okay, wait, what if I made the eyes taller? Oh look, there's her check mark. She sometimes enables her check mark specifically so people know. I think if I got partner, which I don't think I will, I think I would probably just leave that off. That people won't be like, hey, sometimes people think like, hey, this person's trying to farm clout. Get that out of here. So you can't believe this person trying to get people to watch their stream. I think you could enable it per channel. I think so, yes. Yeah, you could enable it specifically in my channel. The mouth and eyes could be black, and there could be a lot of dark and green in the bottom right. Mouth and eyes could be black. Oh, the mouth is already... I could make the eyes larger. Is this too large? This is too large. It looks weird. Now we're talking. That's the cutest pouring, thank you. Unfortunately, it is not solvable as a puzzle. You guys didn't know I'm a street. Wait, hey. Mods. Ban that chatter. No self-promo. It's literally in the rules. If you scroll down, there are rules in this channel. There are actually no rules. Can't believe that she would do this. Would this be solvable? This is not solvable. Like the mouth could be mixed up with the shadow, but the final picture reveals it's a mouth. Yeah, I did think about that. But like, I think the issue is, oh, I guess it could be this. It could be, I guess this works. I was wondering who this creature was. Still wondering how I was never hit by a neurosub. Which creature? Oh, that thing. Vidal Evil. There are no rules, exactly. Literally no rules. We are a lawless society. Oh, what if it was like this? What if... Oh, this is solvable. Wait, what if I did that? And then what if we remove some of these? Vidal broke his own record. AI generated content. Am I right, guys? It's more like, hey, I'm generating content here. Hey. I see no badge here. You have no power. He's got no power. I guess this is solvable. Sure, we could have... Okay, so... oh, you're saying these could be black. That's what you meant. That's what you meant. Do I need this down here? If I remove this... Okay, I guess it could be like this. And then we can remove these. And then... welcome redacted. Whoa, is that redacted virus? The chatter from various streams that I recognize. Me when I recognize chatters. Hey, what the... That's a chatter from a different stream. Can't believe chatters watch other streamers. Alright, thanks for stopping by, 27. We're out there watching different streams, but also the same streams. Okay, this is good. This is good. And then what if I remove this and that? But I do need these. Is that the guy who had a collab with ChocoJax and Vac? He doesn't even remember the other guy in the collab? He doesn't even remember there was a fourth person in that collab? That's actually messed up. He doesn't even know Denchi, the creator of Virtual Tube Studio. Piss says, one time I accidentally tuned into this freak sugar glider streamer named Vacuously. It was the worst thing I ever saw. That's messed up. I hope I never encounter such a messed up stream. Wait, but this doesn't look as cute with the outline though. Just like something about this looks weird now. Like the shading looks all off. Messed up. You can't be mean to me today. Vac was never nice. Everyone was like, can you give a speech? Can you like say some nice things about your community and like how we, you know, together we got partner and like whatever. She did not. She actually just did not do it. But I was like, I don't know why you were expecting like her to say something nice, because like historically she has not been doing stuff like that. Like why would they expect anything? I don't expect anything from Vac anymore. I used to, I'd be like, oh, maybe she can say something nice, but after some time I'm like, no, this is just how she is. You just have to lower your expectations, everyone. That's how it is. Zoe said, speaking of freak, what does your website actually count? It counts the number of times people say piss in a chat. Exactly. This is slander. A badge doesn't change anything for me. It's more like the sense of community. Exactly. That badge never mattered. It only matters when it gets her followers, guys. Can we get some followers? Followers? Any followers? Followers? Guys, can you follow Vacuously right now? It's happened. She's already stealing all my viewers. Every time I tune in, some of my chatters are there. And that's good. That's good. Looking at the pouring sprite, it's kind of see-through. The shaded part showing where it's touching the ground. Is there. Ragnarok Online. Can we get Wolfie some followers? I have followers. They don't watch my stream. That's the thing. They'll tune in. They'll be like, oh shoot, this guy's streaming. I gotta follow this guy. And then never watch. If anything, I would like fewer followers. I would like if there's a way for me to like purge followers who have not tuned in for like 2 years. I would do it. Follow count means nothing. It changes how I can put you in 160p when my internet crumples. It's true. Now you have transcoding. I can unfollow you, can, but then your follow date would be messed up. Then people wouldn't know that you've been here for a long time. Is this that cultural cross-pollination old school VTubers we're talking about? Is it? Is that what it's called? What does that even really mean? Is that not like anime fans finding out about VTubers or the other way around? Waiting for the right time to drop a follow. Right now. You can follow right now. This is true. Catch me never watching. That is true. It is true. You wouldn't compress a vac and reduce her solution. Reduce her solution. Honestly, I never follow anyone. I follow people, but like I feel like I just watch the same streamers now. Like every time I look at my following list, I'm like, oh, look at all these people streaming. But like if someone that I normally watch is streaming, I'll just watch them. But then it's like when no one that I normally watch is streaming, I check my follow list and I'm like, oh, look at all these people I could watch. But none of these people are my streamers, so I just do something else. I don't know. It's kind of messed up, actually. There's so much good content, but we just watch the same people we always watch. Maybe that's good. Maybe we don't need to spend time watching streamers. We should spend less time watching streamers. We should stop watching right now. Good thing I wasn't the only one missing transcoding. Felt bad about being the only one complaining about it. Yeah. It's true. It's true. Here's my sprite. ratemyserver.net/mobs. Alright, let's take a look at the real pouring sprite. There it is. I thought it was JPE and interaction in Hololive. That is one cross-cultural pollination, true. Sometimes I do avoid following so I don't get my name read aloud by the streamer. That's me. I also don't follow. We should spend more time watching Screamers on Halloween. I've been thinking about watching less. Yeah, I should spend less time watching streamers. I was thinking about it. I was like, I spend so much time. What if I stopped? What if I was like, I'm not watching this stuff. I got other stuff to do. Like what though? What do I have to do besides watch streamers? Nothing. There's nothing for me. For me? Nothing for me. Besides streaming. Oh shoot, what if it was just this? What if this was the puzzle? Watch movies. What if we picked one random streamer to watch and only watch that dude and no one else? Northern Lion, he's not live. It's messed up. He's on vacation. Northern Lion, I was gonna watch his stream today. Tune in and he's like not even live. And everyone's like, he's doing another vacation, man. Vac never had issues with transcoding until she started multi-streaming. I think it was probably just luck. That's a thing. That guy's always... Yeah, exactly. He's changed, man. He's changed. You guys think Vac will change now that she's a partnered streamer? She only cares about numbers now. She's always talking about viewership. Being above a certain viewer count. I'm slowly feeling my way back into watching anime. What? I don't even know what's airing. What even is anime? Sorry, I was gonna draw. Just gonna do this. Alright, so the pouring. Guys, the pouring. That guy's always on holiday, but then he never went anywhere for like 10 years. Wasn't mine? That is true. He would, like, a lot of times he would just stay at home. Now that he has a kid, though, he's like, well, I gotta be doing, like, other stuff, you know? Gotta hang out with my child. Now that he has a child. The city anime one looks so cute. Isn't that the game that you were playing? What was that game called? What was the name of that city? Oh no, I feel like I've forgotten. Wolfie anime. Wolfie anime. Yo, Wolfie. I'm not watching anime, okay? Spending time with his child instead of chat. Right? It's messed up. That Northern Lion would prioritize his child instead of us, the viewers. It's actually messed up. He should spend all his time entertaining us. Because we pay him money. The fact that he would not even consider us, his loyal fans. I've been watching that guy for like 15 years. Probably at this point. As Ollie said, I completely missed a banger 2025 anime called Apocalypse Hotel. I very much know that it's specifically tailored to my taste. They made it for you specifically. See, not even with me, rude. What was that? What was the context of that? Watching anime? I mean, if you would have scheduled your Tokyo Godfathers watch along, I would have watched. But it had to be during my stream, when I could not tune in. It's actually messed up. Yeah, he cares about his child instead of us. Chat are his children too. He did mention that, like, streaming is kind of like babysitting, like, for several thousand of adult viewers. He's like, well, you know, you guys are at your job right now, and, like, I'm pretty much a babysitter. I have to entertain you guys. All that stuff. Babysit. They do tend to do that. A lot of times, babies are lying down, but sometimes they do sit. That is true. Babies, they do sit. Not fair, his audience were his children. He also has 2 cats. And he used to call his cats his actual human sons, but he stopped doing that. Because they're no longer his human son. Why do babies lie instead of telling the truth? You're so right. Babies are always doing that stuff. Always lying. Wolfie is such a good babysitter. No, I don't think so. Baby. Da Baby? Does anyone remember Da Baby? So I've not been doing anything. I've just been like redrawing the same pixels over and over. Can I actually like lock in? Okay, hold on. So the slime, okay, the pouring. When you give chat uppies, in Peak, sure. Game known as Peak. You guys familiar with Peak? Yeah, it's a good game. Alright, so there's like some shading around here. That's the guy from Peak. The baby from critically acclaimed game Metroid Other M. Focus M. Focus M. That's it. That's literally it. Okay, and then what? And then there's like a darker part that indicates the overlap with the ground. For your next game, you should make AAA Vacuous Sugar Quest with real voice acting. What would the story even be? What if instead of Peak they called it Pea, and the game part of it was eating as many peas as possible? You should tell that to the developers. I think they should have considered this. And then they're like, well, you're gonna make a game about eating pea? What the freak? This guy's a freak. Why would someone suggest that? Is it from Death Stranding? The baby? Really though, where do you pick up the baby? There's a guy named the baby. There's like a rapper named the baby. He's known for saying let's go. He just says let's go. You've probably seen this guy, right? This image? The baby? I have not really, I don't know much about him other than that he says let's go. I did, and they called the police. Apparently they felt threatened when I showed up at their house. The baby. I think they are in Australia though. The Peak developers. What is it called? Aggro Crab. I think they are in Australia. Did I make that up? I think I made that up. I think one of their developers, or like the person that does their PR stuff, is from Australia. Possibly. The baby car. It's me, the baby. Mario if he was a baby. It's me, the baby. The baby should collab with Wolfie. No. I thought the baby was the rapper that used big stacks of cash as a pretend phone in a meme. I mean, he could have. I don't know. He could have done that. Something from a game was Australia based. I heard whispers. Australia based. I think it's actually, yeah, it's pretty based actually. Anyone else think Australia is pretty based? Or do you think it's cringe? Any fans of Australia? This kind of just looks like the pouring has like a 5 o'clock shadow. It doesn't look like the shadow underneath it. But like if we added the full shadow though, it would be a very uninteresting puzzle as well. Okay, but it's like the shadow is not like the full thing. It's kind of just like part of it. So like, but now it looks like it has like a different kind of mustache. If it was more rounder. Extending to its edges. The shadow. Like, okay, what if the outline is fully black? And then it's like this. They have terrible internet and some weird laws. It doesn't even look like a hedgehog. What? Despite what I was saying about my internet, it's actually fine. It's fine, it's normal. The laws are normal. Is it the... Yeah, the 5 o'clock shadow. Mutton chops. No. Hmm. How does this even work? Maybe it's impossible. Maybe it's not possible to do this. Okay, what if I just copy this? Why isn't it possible? I don't know. Because I've given up. I've simply given up. Okay, what if we just resize this? 25. What if we just took this? Just had this as a puzzle. Oh, that's too small. Hold on. 50. Man, that looks so messed up. What the heck? Okay, Ragnarok online pouring pixel art. It sounds worse than Germany. It's not fine, and the laws do sound normal, and the place is normal. Is anyone normal? Do we have any normal people? What even is normal? Normal Reedus? Isn't that the guy from Death Stranding? That guy's normal. Can you crown the most normal chatter? Who would be the most normal chatter? It can't be a streamer, because streamers are inherently not normal. Who would maybe, I don't know. I don't know enough about you guys to know who's the most normal. The most normal chatter would probably be someone who doesn't watch streams. Someone who shows up like once once a year maybe. I don't know, but then even then they could still be weird. Right? They might not be normal. Welcome, Liquid Cake. I'm perhaps more tangent than normal. Liquid. This guy's made of liquid. A lurker that Wolfie hates. Imagine hating chatters. Pouring Pixel NFT collection. Oh my god, guys. Oh my god, you can get the NFT pouring. Whoa, look at this guy. What is normal? Is it about the least unusual things or the most usual things? That's a good question. I think it's up to interpretation. Oh, this is a nice 3D model. A normie. Do we have any normies in the chat? No. No one would ever be normal. It's actually physically impossible. Being on Twitch at all is probably not normal to some extent, especially if you're watching a VTuber. Yeah, the fact that you are watching this stream means you're not normal. It means we are magnetically aligned or whatever. However that meme goes. You guys remember that meme? The guy with the weird eyes. I don't think I'm very normal, but no idea what it truly means to be normal. That's fine. No one needs to be normal. Being normal is overrated. Is it though? Is it really? Okay, what if Are you talking about there's no such thing as a coincidence guy? Yes. Yes. I wear my shirt, on my shirt it says normal people scare me. Would you actually have that as a shirt though? Recently, after a while of not really interacting with people outside my family, I've come to the conclusion that many other people are actually weirdos. I guess there could be like people that seem normal when you interact with them in real life. But like they just maybe like in their own spare time they do weird stuff. Like streamers. Like when streamers, you know, they have their daily life and they seem maybe normal. And then they go home and yell into the microphone. If they did that in real life, people would be like, what the heck? This person's kind of weird. This guy is strange. Okay, maybe like this, maybe like this. It's actually... Okay, what if the mouth was up by 1? And then this could simply be like this. Yeah, the shadow is just always gonna look like a beard. Unless we move the whole thing up. But now it doesn't look round. That's the thing. They seem normal when interacting with them too, but it's a weird norm they're applying. It's like I'm not on the same plane of lived experience, rather than just not on the same wavelength. They're aliens? The same plane of existence? Anyone existing on a plane right now? Fred Durst? I don't know who that is. Fred Durst. I don't know who this is. Who is he? An American rapper, singer, songwriter, actor, filmmaker? From Limp Bizkit. Let's see. Isn't he the Rollin' 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 guy? Maybe. Is he? Fred Durst. Fred Durst passes away at 54? No. Can't believe this. What if instead of a slime it was Fred Durst? What if this already is Fred Durst? Have you considered this? He's dead, apparently. You're thinking of Henry Rollins? Are we? Have you ever woken up and felt you were in a different universe that is just marginally different from your own universe? No. But sometimes I do lie in bed thinking like, man, this is my life, huh? This is what my life is. I wake up and like, wait, this is real. All the stuff that I've done is real. These people that I know, they're all real, presumably. And that I've actually accomplished these things in my life. Fred Durst is still alive. Is this fake? Is this fake news? John Wolfe. No, he lived from 1970 to 08 to 20. It's a fake website? No. Tell me newsstation2.com. It's a fake website. Fred Durst, more like Fred Worst, cause sucks. Alright guys, more like Fred Bad, cause he's bad. Imagine the third highest Google result for you says you're dead. What if we search Wolfe? No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to see what people are saying about me. So true. So true, Fred Durst. It was the best of times. It was the Durst of times. It's Christmas. It's literally Christmas right now. You may be like, Wolfie, why are you playing Christmas music? Christmas is over. Christmas is never over. People write the most stupid things online. It's true. I mean, like, you were searching your own name the other day. Did you find anything interesting? Besides Piss's website. AI overview, the digital artist known as Wolfie has not died. That's good. Because I was afraid that I was dead. It turns out that's not the case. My grade 9 English teacher was obsessed with Limp Bizkit. At the end of each term, he would give a presentation about Limp Bizkit. What have you learned from that, though? What is the most important thing you would say that I should know about Limp Bizkit? Was there even anything noteworthy? Forgot what I was searching. I think I wanted to show that I just show up in dozens of YouTube screenshots from my streams. It's true. It's in the transcripts as well. Right there. If you search your own name online, what do you think you'll see? Will you find things that you're happy about? Will you be like, oh shoot, I remember this? Your real name? Tell me, if you search Zoli3, you'll find his real name. No, I mean your username. Not your real name. Unless your username is your real name. Zoli the Witch. That's a channel that exists. Zoli the Witch. Maybe this pouring could be a bit more round on this side. Maybe like this. This looks fairly pouring-like, I think. I think this is probably as good as it gets. Maybe hold on. Zoli the Witch started uploading again. Was it for Night Rain? I've considered using my real name for code stuff, like contributing to KDE. You could do that. And then everyone would know. Then you could apply to places, and you'll be like, look, I worked on some open source software. And they'll be like, no way, dude, no way. That means we're legally obligated to hire you now. That's how it works. Look at my pull requests, guys. I do get emails looking at my Wolfie like GitHub. Since I don't put my real name on there, we get like emails from professional like real companies saying, "Hi Wolfie, I've seen your pull requests on various open source repos. I wonder if you're interested in this NFT blockchain startup." Nope. That would help. I'm probably picking that up this week. Yeah, you could be like, I worked on this thing. I opened this pull request to OBS. I worked on this thing. Joshua has worked at an NFT blockchain before. Is that real? Do we need to cancel you? Can't believe this. You're telling me this guy worked on NFT blockchain technology? It's messed up. Liquid Cake has written and deployed blockchain smart contracts. No, we can't be doing this. I'm canceling all of my chatters that have been involved. Mods, ban that guy, ban this guy. It was actually a pretty good gig with a asynchronous schedule. They do all say that. All of them are like, we don't work like other companies. We have this stuff. We work asynchronous. We trust that you can work asynchronously. I really like going pseudonymously online. Me too. I like being... Well, I mean, Wolfie is my real name, obviously. But hypothetically, if it wasn't, I think it would be nice to use a fake name. Of course. I think this is good enough. Is this even solvable as a puzzle though? I personally would work at any range of morally questionable companies for a paycheck. Like a supermarket? No, this is not even solvable. Do you have a normal CV? Do you have a non-normal CV? When I first started applying to places, before I had like actual work experience, I would put my like online accomplishments on there. But now that I have real world experience, I have no need for that kind of stuff. Despite the fact that I did work on Grand Blue Raid Finder, which was a very influential project, I don't have that on my resume. Wait, do I? I don't know, I might. It might be on there. But yeah, now it's mostly just job stuff. Normal CV? CV, isn't that the streamer? Savinka? See, the fact that I had to clarify made that not a good joke. It's not even a joke. Not even any silly illustration. Oh, that's what you mean by normal. No, I don't have any like images on there. I write my my resume is written in Markdown, and I just export the Markdown as a PSD. Might have to have dark shading slime with white eyes. No, but that's so boring. Boring? Boring. What? Okay, what if the background? What if we had like this? The top outline and eyes. Yeah. Oh, no. Fine. I guess we have to adjust it to appease the picross gods. I like it when I get a non-normal CV that's not also impenetrable. Wasn't there like some guy who had like a My Little Pony resume, but they're like very accomplished or something? Something about that. My resume is a website about piss and also malware. Would you hire me? Be honest. I would think it's a bit strange, but I'm not really part of the hiring process at my company. So it mostly would go down to like how well you answer questions in the interview. Actually, I feel like a lot of places, like after a certain level, the things you have on your resume don't matter that much. Like I've worked at a place where like people would not even really look at the resume until like right before the interview. And like even then, the resume doesn't really factor in. It's mostly like how you do on the interviews. Whether you seem like a normal person or not. I remember I talked about this. At like one of the companies I worked at, we had like an interviewer who seemed smart. But like in every interview, she would like stop the interview to like take care of her dog. And it's like, okay, like sure, maybe like one time your dog is misbehaving, sure, that's fine. But like every single every single interview, she's like, I gotta go to the other room. My dog is here. Take care of my dog. She would always be talking about her dog. I used to cater resumes based on positions, which doesn't matter much when there's only one volunteer experience difference. Yeah, resumes don't matter that much. I feel like cover letters also don't matter that much, at least like the places I've worked at. Passing like a normal person harder than you think. I think because of streaming, I've gotten better at talking. If there's one thing that is really good about streaming is that you'll get better at talking aloud for long periods of time. Like when you're doing like a software engineering interview, they'll ask you to like write some code, but they also want to know that you can explain what you're doing. And from my experience, I'm like, I can just yap about this. I can be like, oh, this variable, maybe I should like, I could try to structure it so it's like this. I could like, move this part around, stuff like that. And I think that is useful. I use the CV as a thing to ask things about, so like don't put stuff that you're not able to talk about. That's also true. Cover letters help for cold applying to companies you're interested in, but for referred positions, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I would assume so. But even then, I feel like cover letters don't matter that much. Because like nowadays, especially now that you can just like AI generate like stuff, I feel like a lot of places, a lot of people are probably just AI generating their cover letters anyway. It's like given this company and my qualifications, generate a cover letter, and then they're probably just using AI to screen those cover letters anyway, right? They're probably just using AI to screen your resume in general. It's messed up. My issue is that my memory is like cheese, so while it takes me half a day to refresh half the material of a textbook, usually can't patch all my holes. Well, I mean, that's life. That's how it is. It's actually the place that I work at now. I feel like I messed up during the interview because I didn't actually solve the problem. Like, I wasn't able to get the solution in the end. But I think, like, the way that I explained it, they were like, oh, he's really good at, like, explaining this thing. And even after I got hired, I was like, oh, man, I did really bad on that interview. And then the people that were interviewing me were like, no, actually, it was really good. Despite the fact that you didn't actually get the solution in the end, it really did show that you did know the language. Rust, specifically. I'm not just qualified, I'm uniquely suited. Yeah, AI loves to be like, it's not just this, it's also this. Haven't applied in the past 2 years, so I wouldn't know, but I think my cover letters helped me get some initial interview. But it could also just be luck. I don't know, I don't submit cover letters anymore. Because like it takes time. I don't think it matters. Me when I do things that don't matter. Like posting my schedule on Twitter. You think your interviewer knows half of your textbook? Half of my textbook? The textbook for teaching Japanese people how to read English using Toho illustrations? I don't think so. My textbook that's real? A real thing that exists and you can buy in Japan? I just helped edit my friend's application for grad school. I'm realizing the school is probably using AI to screen. Yeah. Every company is just using AI now. It's messed up. How many times have I said it's messed up today? I feel like that's it's just like a thing that I say now. That's messed up. That's fricked up, man. It really says a lot about society. That's crazy. I'm always saying that. That's crazy. That's wild. That's wild, man. Yo, that's messed up. Things to say when someone tells you something. Oh, that's crazy. Oh my god. What the? No, they did what? They did that? Oh no. They can't do that. No, you're telling me no. Wow, that sucks. We don't use AI to screen things, but we screen candidates who seem like they made us read a paragraph of generic AI text. Hey, I'm generating output here. I made this joke already. AI, like, hey, I'm generating large quantities of text here. That's whack. Bro, that is whack. I'm a bit nervous about applying to research positions because they're using AI. That's Mets up. Hey Mets, love the Mets. Love the Mets. Got a home run, love the Mets. Walking here, hey, I'm walking here. You know, the only time I heard someone say I'm walking here was a tourist in New York. We were crossing the street and you can tell they were a tourist. They said, I'm walking here. And then all their friends laughed. And he said, I always wanted to say that. And now it's a memory in my brain. Now I remember it. That's the only time I've heard someone say it. In New York, on the streets. All about the Mets. Mets this, Mets that. Why haven't you met a girl yet? Am I right? So true. It'd be me when I'm a parent and my child is talking about the Mets. Or something. I was looking at positions and now the job descriptions all have must know how to leverage AI. Oh, that's messed up. I feel like a lot of companies are pushing for that as well. They're like, you gotta know how to use like Chat GPT for stuff. You have to know like technology, specifically AI technology. Did I ever go watch baseball? No. I have no interest in baseball. I don't get what there is to using ChatGPT. Isn't it just like wrangling a human? I don't know. Since I have not really used AI, I don't know. I guess there's like some stuff, like if you're using AI to generate code, there's like some best practices or something. You gotta like know how to give it the input, but I feel like that stuff is like not hard to learn if I needed to. I would rather not. I feel like if my workplace made me use AI as part of my job, I would probably, like, if they required it and I was like, I might just look for a new job. And I feel like that's probably not a good thing because like a lot of other companies will probably also expect you to use AI. I don't know, maybe then I'll just be self-employed. I don't know. I think there's a skill to knowing what things it will mess up and avoiding that stuff. Yeah. There's some things. Some stuff. Yeah, context windows, model context protocol, 4 times. What do you think about this? I think the context window needs to be expanded. I think we need to fine-tune the hyperparameters a bit. We need to fine-tune the LLM. Give it some retrieval augmented generation, perhaps. Maybe put some stuff in like a vector index. Yeah, vector indexes. Maybe we need the LangChain. Maybe like LangChain can extract some valid context from this, from the inputs. Bad Cop says something like, if AI really worked, you wouldn't need to learn how to use it. Exactly. Maybe, oh no, the TensorFlow inputs are all messed up. You gotta use, it's all about PyTorch now. You can't be using TensorFlow. PyTorch, the PyTorch is a new meta. I'm gonna drink some water now. Alright. I'm hydrated. The RAG stuff I should look up, and vector index stuff, but it's so boring somehow. It's like, it's fair. You're just encoding things as like vectors and finding vectors that are close to it. That's it. That's pretty much all it is. Writing prompts is so obviously easy that I think pretending to be good at it is a way that people are trying to hold on to their position instead of being replaced by AI. Ignore previous instructions. Just act like a baby. Ignore previous instructions. Simply just do something else. He's doing it. He's there. It's him. I looked up what RAG was the other day. It was just query maps to a function call. That's not it. It's basically you're just, you know, like when you're like prompting like an AI, like the LLM is trained on certain text. It's part of the input data. But you want to give it extra context that's like, here are some extra things you are not trained on. But it's like specific like company knowledge maybe. Maybe you have like specific documents that your company has access to. You don't want to like train a model. It's basically, it retrieves text and just like pastes it into the prompt. It's like, you know, it knows some stuff. And if you were to go into ChatGPT and be like, also, here is an excerpt from this relevant document. Please incorporate this into your answer. Mapping to a function call? Maybe, I don't know. I guess I don't really know. Maybe. Like, is this even a pouring though? I feel like at this point it looks so weird. An inverted pouring? It looks so strange. Maybe the eyes also need to be black. But then like this isn't really like part of the puzzle. It's just like this. Like, is that even is this even interesting? Is that even an interesting puzzle? Maybe. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's actually totally fine. Anyway, what's the deal with AI? What's the deal? What is the deal? What even is a deal? Has anyone made any deals recently? Anyone deal? Welcome, Snackaracka. Thank you for the 36 months. That's 3 years almost. And you might be like, Wolfie, not what do you mean almost? Is that not literally 3? No, because it needs one more month. Did I ever finish resizing the sprite and putting it in a sprite? Yeah, it doesn't look good. I tried it. You won't believe what the A in AI stands for. It stands for A I'm walking here. True. So true. I made a rough mock-up of a solvable pouring. Let me check. Welcome. Thank you. I can't talk. Welcome. Thank you for the 35 months. Modified pouring slime with border. Let's see. This one specifically. I feel like it doesn't look round enough. I feel like pourings need to be like very round. There's something about it. Yo, hype train, artificial hype train. Like it kind of looks like one of those Super Mario World, the block that you step on it to like go upward vertically. Also thank you Xtag for the resubscription. According to AI Wolf's most famous catchphrase is ground pound your mom. That's Amelia Watson. That's a different person. Amelia Watson. Do you guys remember Amelia Watson? I remember. Welcome, Mint. Can't imagine you ever saying that. Yeah, I would never. Besides when I read it out loud just now. Besides that. Ignore that. Ignore that time when I said it. Right now. It's not the same. Exactly. It's different. He's never saying this. Imagine saying things. Has anyone said anything? Anyone even sane? No, no one's sane. Everyone's insane. What about outsane? It's always about insane. Where's outsane? Saddam. It's always the funniest thing. It's Saddam Hussein when a Saddam who's insane shows up. What a funny thing. It's so funny. We're too busy typing to be saying stuff. But is that not saying things though? Is typing and sending enter in the chat not saying things? Is that not even a thing? Google has an AI mode. I thought, why not try it with this? I asked what is Wolfie's famous catchphrase. I reply with thinking 404, that's an error. I've not said that. That is not a thing that I've said. I am being slandered. If being sane is good, why is being insane bad? Because in flammable means flammable? Because it's in, it's not in. In and out the burger chain restaurant. Can't wait until the models train on 500 hours of Wolf's monologue. Me when yeah. Your image has been deleted. Wait, it being deleted means you're not subscribed. That's messed up. You can share the real. Didn't know you could, and said, and voila, serially delicious. Share.google.com/AI. I'm not clicking that. For me to click a thing that will generate an AI response means I have to use the AI. It is not groovy, is it though? Who really is groovy? I thank you Zoe for the 36 months. Whoa, that's almost a year. The damage has been done. Well, we don't know if it's gonna like re-inference, you know? What if it does it again? What if it's redoing it? I've had that line in my head forever now. Inherent Vice is such a good movie. The one that you said, there's something insane. It's not cool to be insane. It's not groovy. Austin Powers. Groovy. I'm going to click this thumbs up button to further spread. No, no. Why would they do this? Why would they willingly say false things in my chat? Man, I really want this to work. Like, doesn't this look so good? Oh no, did I mess it up? Have I gone too far to undo this? There we go. Like, doesn't this look so good? It just doesn't work as a puzzle. Man. What? No haha because of me? Water basins. Maybe there were some changes like connecting the bottom right shadow to the edge. Makes me think of Game Boy. Well, good news. This is going to be on a real Game Boy. This is a real Game Boy game that you can play. Connecting the bottom right shadow to the, I think the main issue is like this. The bottom right shadow. Like if I just did this. think the main issue is like this stuff here. It's the lack of... What if I just did this? What if I just filled this in? Oh yeah, what if it was like this? What if it was simply... Playing with this Google... No, Zoli, no, you're destroying the earth. Why would Zoe do this? No, no, no. Cancel him. Cancel this man. Hey, wait, this works. Do I want this now? Is this too easy? Hold on. He's an AI user. No. We've witnessed the creation of an AI user. Unbelievable. That he would do this on my stream. Here, what about this? What if this worked? There. What if this one was good? It says I streamed Minecraft on Sunday. I did no such thing. I would never scream Minecraft. Anyone scream in Minecraft? Hey, I'm mine in here, that's what they say. Wolfie screams Minecraft every Saturday? That's not true. That's slander. Slanderous statements. Slander. Streaming Roblox? Haven't you streamed Roblox before as like part of a collab or something? As part of like an ad thing? Or someone's stream. Welcome Hongtown. Hey, Wolfie's famous catchphrase, it's Minecraft Saturday. Yeah, Minecraft Indies. Haha. Got him. Got him. Wolfington, he uses this occasionally for VODs or variety streams, but primarily focuses on YouTube. That's not true at all. They paid me $1,000 to play Roblox with friends for 3 hours? Amazing. That's good. Hype Train emote. I have all the level 1 emotes already. Roblox is such a good game. Roblox play. They did not pay you to say it. You just advertised for free. Can't believe he would advertise for free on my stream. Okay, what if I made this outline black and then let's fill this with this color, and then also fill this, and then this thing could also be here. We have this thing. Is this good? Is this a valid puzzle? No. Even then it's not. Okay, what if we had, it's got to be the eyes. The eyes, that's not it. Maybe that's something. Roblox. You know what they say, life is Roblox. Classic line. Life is Roblox. DJ Khaled said that one. DJ Khaled, are you aware of this? DJ Khaled? He said life is Roblox. DJ Khaled. He did say that. It's a well-known thing. Life is Roblox. This guy has so many catchphrases. Yeah, catch these. Got him. Catch this. Fishing emote. I wish my life was as good as Roblox. What is the best Roblox game? Of those of you who know Roblox, what even is the best? Horse Plinko? The dressing game, Dress to Impress? Dude, Dress to Impress is so good. Why is there no Dress to Re-Impress? Zoli's just posting his AI slop in my chat now. Can't believe this. This guy. Dress for Impress 2. Left 4 dead. Left 3 dead. Welcome, Brooke. Left 3 dead. Back 4 blood. You guys remember Back 4 blood? What were they thinking? Left 2 die. Back 3 blood. Left 4. What are we talking about? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm kind of just saying things. What are we talking about? What are you talking about, everyone? What are we thinking? What even is the deal? Talking about the Wolfie Roblox game? What if I just searched Wolfie Roblox? Is there anything? Welcome, Sanatukai. Thinking of lurking? Get out of here. Wolf? What the heck? Wolfie the Wolf? Welcome to my channel. I tend to stick to short animations. What's this guy? Wolfie the Wolf? Yo, Roblox? There is a Wolfie on Roblox? Is this a Wolfie content creator a year ago? Whoa. Wolfie, I clicked on this on stream before. Real-time stats. Wolfie. Wolfie on YouTube. Wolfie on GitHub. This looks like a child. It probably is. Is Wolfie some sort of Wolf's impersonator? What if he's the same? No, that's a different guy. Oh, is that Wolfie on TikTok? I don't know. You could find it if you want. What is that? Haven't posted a Box Puppy 123 Roblox player. Box Puppy 123. Wolfie has 60. I have more than 60. Many of them are private. 60 public repositories on GitHub. Maybe this. 61, 61, 61. That's the new hit meme. 61. 67. Alright, what if it was like this? And then we would also do that. He uses Nyx. This is well-known information. You can literally see it in many things. 6, 7, 6, 7. 6, 7. Yeah, bro, look, I'm sick. I'm sick of this 7. I'm sick. I was sick. I'm sick now. What is that about? What even is that about? Is anyone sick right now? Wait, what if I had this? What if this... Oh, I could do that. That's a valid thing. Signal, the popular messenger, Signalis. You're thinking of Signalis? You're thinking of Sig V? You're thinking of Sigmund Freud? Are you thinking of Everybody Loves Sigmund? I'm thinking of These got sick pretty hard. No, like in a bad way or in a good way. Like, dude, that's sick. That's freaking sick, bro. Not the skateboarding way. No. Wait, this is also valid. What if the slime was actually like this? No, that looks a bit weird. It's not in a skateboarding way. But what if it was? What if it was in the skateboarding way? Alright, what if we did that? Hold on. What if we did that? If we had this. I have a call from when I had the flu a few weeks ago. I hope it is better now that you have recovered sufficiently to be a productive member of this chat. Hey, wait, aren't you usually asleep during this stream? Haven't you mentioned, wait, I can't watch Wolfie streams because I'm usually asleep. And yet now you are not asleep? I bought some groceries through delivery. Got myself some fruit to battle it off. That's good. You know what? Fruit is good. You know what's a good fruit? Mango. Mango is pretty good. I'm always asleep during this stream. I don't think that's true. The average sickness usually wrecks my sleep schedule for months ahead. Yesterday I went to bed at a reasonable time. What is a reasonable time? 11 p.m. I do have to sleep early today, I think. Because, like, I've been so used to waking up, like, late because I don't have, like, on vacation. I have to, like, wake up at 8:30 tomorrow. I'm gonna be so tired unless I sleep early. It's 10 a.m. but my partner had work at 7 a.m. so I just stayed awake so I could say goodbye. And now you can't go back to sleep. And now it's like, oh no, I can't even sleep. It goes 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Is that what you consider reasonable? Reasoning. I need to sleep early tomorrow. It's good, you know, to be sleeping early sometimes. For various reasons. Is there a way for me to make this better? Can't. I really would like to get the eye shine in there, but I don't think it's possible. I think it makes it too hard. The average VTuber does not sleep until 4 a.m. Is that true? Do you think most VTubers are employed? Would you say probably? Because like it would be hard to have VTubing as your full-time job for most people. So they presumably have some other form of employment. Or they... maybe not, I don't know. What if you swap the upper left pixel and upper right? Oh, if I had the shine like here instead. maybe. Wait, you're so right. You're actually so right. Actually a genius idea. Only for the left eye? No, but I think this looks good as well. You're saying to look like this? No, I think this looks good. Does full-time streaming not also count as being employed? It does, but I mean like people that are not full-time streaming. A lot of the ones I watch regularly are not employed. I have no idea how they can afford living. I would imagine a lot of them live with their parents, presumably. Or like, I was gonna say, or they have savings, but I feel like they probably don't. Imagine having savings. I have savings. Rip to anyone in a city. Rip to a. Die on that thing. Am I right, guys? Rip to a legend? Don't people say that? Rip to a legend? Rip to a... Rip to a legend? Rip, that's the people say that, right? Rip to... They do, it shows up, you can tell it's real. People say it. Rip to a, people do say rip to a legend. Yeah, rip to a legend. Classic. Anyone in NYC. Oh, that's me. I'm in NYC. Okay, I can also remove these. And do I want to remove those though? Maybe I don't want to remove those. Actually, I can remove this too. Can I also remove this? Whoa! Wait, that one change made everything so much more solvable. Changing the eye shine to be the other direction. Amazing strat. Amazing strat. Thank you for that strategy. Amazing strategy. Rip Torn. Rip Van Winkle. Nominative determinists be like Rip Van Winkle. I think this is good. I think this works sufficiently as a puzzle. Alright, new frame, new tag, pouring. If I just search for pouring, is that enough? Safe search blocked? What the frick? Turned on, what is pouring? Do I need to qualify this with Ragnarok pouring? Safe search. Okay, I'm so glad I had safe search. I don't even know what this would be. Ragnarok pouring. There we go. Pouring. Ragnarok pouring. Slime cake? No. Welcome, Nutritious. It's from illiterate people trying to spell the P word. Zorn. I searched pouring without safe search. I got a bunch of NSFW stuff for some reason, not even relating to Ragnarok. It could be, yeah, people misspelling porn. Porn? Isn't that the World of Warcraft cow race from the Horde? Is that not simply the same thing? That doesn't even make sense as a joke. See, the joke is that it's Torn. Torn. Torn? Ragnarok pouring. Here it is. How easy is the puzzle? I don't know. It's who really knows? Torn slander. Torn. How easy? Well, we got this. It's pretty easy. We have edge strats that go down. But like we have a lot of like 1x1s, which might increase the difficulty. There's a lot of open space here, which would make it hard. I don't know. I do play all of these off stream, so if this is too hard, I will know. I will be aware. But it looks pretty good. 1x1, like from the ants that go marching. They're out there marching. 1x1. The Wan is real. Oh, look at these colors. Amazing. Amazing colors. Oh, I pretty much spent the whole stream on this. Like, this one didn't take that long. This one took forever. And watch it not even be a fun puzzle to solve. Buy one. No, we're not leaving. No. Alright, next puzzle. We have 3 left. 3 puzzles remaining. What about a sandwich? Criminal, that there is no BBB 611 emote. Who's that? BBB 6 leash. Who's that? BB Biscuit channel. I'm not aware of this streamer. Me when I don't know streamers. Where even? What if I added more Maple Story references? All I see of the new Phase Girls are escapades. Isn't that like a car? A brand of car? Was there like a new generation that isn't Cleo and Mari Mari? Then I was making a joke. Isn't there a car named Escalade? Escalade Cadillac? 2006 Escalade ESV. Guys you don't even understand my comedy. It's weird because I don't know cars, and yet I knew about that one. I hear the new Escalades are nice, but cost 100,000. That's so much money. 100,000. I don't know that car. Maybe it's an American thing. Maybe they're not that common in Germany. Maple Story. A turtle. Do I not have a turtle? Yeah, the stump with eyes, tree stump. Could do the Yeti or ping bean. Is this the pink bean? Is this, I feel like this enemy did not really exist when I played Maple Story. Yeti though. Yeti. The SM7B. I did have microphone in my list of things I wanted to add as puzzles. I feel like it was not that interesting. Microphone. No, Michael's gonna show up. Now he's gonna be like, why did someone say Michael? He's gonna be alerted. He's gonna be like, they've mentioned me. Now I have to show up. Alright, what if we had the SM7B? The Super Mario... No, he just... If you say Mike or Michael, he's pinged. No, just Michael. You can just say Michael. Surely he won't... No, he does react to Mike. It has been done before. Like, how often are people saying a mic in chats? Michael phone. Oh, what about a stop sign? All the time? When was the last time you see someone say Mike or Michael in a chat? It was not Michael Hunt. What are some... What about this mushroom enemy? Oh, you know what I wanted? Animal Crossing Leaf. Might call phone. I could add this. Wall finish, mushrooms, classic. This, the Animal Crossing furniture leaf. And I won't mention Animal Crossing, it'll just say leaf. But people will know. They'll be like, wait, it just says leaf. But clearly, that's an Animal Crossing reference. And then I'm like, yep. You got it. You got it. What if I just take this image and scale it down? Oh, that's huge. What the heck? 10%. Even 10% is large. What about this? What about this? What? How about this? Teeth? Eaten leaf? There we go. There's the Animal Crossing leaf that we all know and love. Leafed. Bam. It even has the anti-aliasing. That looks like a Mac logo rotated 45 degrees. No, it's Animal Crossing. It's literally Animal Crossing. Bam. Okay, but what if we also added the inside, the, what are these called? The ventricles? Are they called ventricles? What is a ventricle? Maybe not. What are those called on memes? The veins. It's leaf. No, this is leaf. The Mac logo is a square smiling face with a nose. Yeah, you're thinking of the Apple logo. It's a different thing. It's a totally different. Okay, what if we gave this an outline? And then on the interior, the ventricle is the bottom part of the heart. I see. Middle part is midrib. Extensions are veins. They're really called veins. Alright, how do I make the inside part? Does the Animal Crossing leaf even have, like, that? Does it even have, like, this thing? Is it even... Is this even real? Wait, what if I just copied this? What if I just stole someone's artwork that has already been pixelated? This guy is stealing artwork from other artists. From online. Cancel him. Now. Oh, it's this one. Is this the thing? It goes like this. And then you have the ones going out this way. Like that. Like this. Literally like this. There. Does does this even look good? It looks a bit strange. What if it was inverted? What if we had, like, this part could be this color. The leaf itself could be this. Hold on, let me put this in a different document. Alright, if we were to simply do this, and then we give it an outline, this outline is there. It does have the veins. There are so many images on this page. Which one is the furniture leaf asset? Which image is this? Oh, this is all one big image. I thought it was. I thought these were separate images. No. 5 rows up from the bottom. Here. It's in this row. Is it? Why can't I zoom out? What is your favorite bit of Animal Crossing equipment? The shovel. The shovel's pretty nice. Probably. The leaf. 5 rows from the bottom. I don't see it. Am I missing it? Is it on the right side? Rotate. It's rotated for you. Is it on the 5th column from the right? Is it... Where's Waldo? Where is Waldo? 7 to 8 columns from the right. 4, 5, 6, 7. 6. I don't see it. What? 12 down from top. 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 12. Oh, okay. It's right there. Welcome. See, we knew it. Michael, welcome, Michael. Hey, wait. This is the image from the from this. That's literally the same image. No, Michael, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. We weren't even talking about you. We were just talking about Michael in general. And then it's like, no, now you're gonna ping Michael. Now Michael's gonna show up. And then you did. I got 5 pings. Well, that's too bad. Michael phone. But then who was phone? Who was phone? everyone. I guess we were talking. We were talking about something else, and then we were talking about you. Because we know you have pings enabled. And then someone was like, surely he would not have pings for Michael. Sorry, for Mike. They thought you only had pings on just your full name rather than just Michael. But I was like, that's not true. He definitely has pings for just Michael. Yeah, and Mike. I knew it. Now he's writing this down. He's going to use this for later information. You will be pinged relentlessly. All right. There. And then we can have these two. And also there. It does still look a bit strange though. There's like something about this doesn't look the same. Because like the line art is too thick, I think. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine. What if we shaded the upper part slightly? No, that looks weird. But I do think we need more lines. We need a thicker outline. Because otherwise we have all these 1x1s. And it's not solvable. Upper right looks darkly shaded. Oh, we could have like this. True. It is kind of subtle though. It's also way more rounded. If you have pings on for Michael, get ready to turn off pings for Michael Jackson, Michael Keaton, George Michael, Michael Phelps. I'll keep that in mind if I ever decide to enable pings for Michael. The bottom right vein, maybe make it less connected. Put a light green in the middle of the 3x1 section. The bottom right vein. The 3x1 section. Do you have the ping for all channels or only the ones you frequent? I mean, it's gotta be the ones that he's in, right? Let's connect it, put a light green. Maybe here, maybe this. But then I feel like we don't have, let's see, okay, what if we did this? What if this was here? And then like compared to this thing, this part looks a bit too straight, right? Like this part going down, there's not like enough space to like curve it, like out here. Unless I did that. I guess that works. Maybe. That's probably fine. This is probably good enough. And then we could have these be darker. Maybe that's fine. And then we see if this is solvable. I would imagine these 1x1s would make it less solvable. Yep. All right. So let's see. We can add more outlines. We can add some this. That's good. You can do it in my channel too, though I would see that too, Michael. What if you had voice detection? If someone said Michael out loud, and then you just show up. But what the heck? What is he doing here? What is he doing? What if you had thought detection? What if? What if we were all real? Have you considered this? If instead of being fake, we were real. This actually looks pretty good, I think. Look pretty good. And then what if we added like, this could be like that. This. What if we were a hive mind? What if? What if we were? What if you found yourself and then you asked yourself, what am I doing here? This is not my home. This is not even anything. Where am I? Where am I, guys? Where even are we? American Harry Potter? No, that's a reference to a song. That's a song from Kermit the Frog. That's his well-known Kermit the Frog song that he sings when he found himself in the shotgun shack. Yeah, I understand. I understand jokes. Welcome, Old Man Diabetes. He understands as well. Everyone gets it. Wow. All right, new tag, leaf. Leaf. What if I said new leaf? Wait, what if it was new leaf? Animal Crossing new leaf. Nah, just leaf. Furniture. What if I just called this furniture? Wouldn't that be funny? Furniture. Do you ever spend time in the living room? No, not really. I mean, the room that I live in, is this not my living room? Is this not the room that I live in? Isn't it weird? The room that we live in is our bedroom. And yet, it's a living room. Oh, it's because the room is alive. No. That makes sense. It's lively. It's like it's an alive room because of the people. Yeah, the room literally is sentient. It has thoughts and feelings. It's real. What if I just called this AC leaf? AC leaf. So people know. They'll be like, oh, AC, I know. An air-conditioned leaf. Are you truly alive if you are asleep in the bedroom? Yes. Sleeping counts as being alive. It's real. Alright, leaf. Here it is. Here is the leaf. Wow. That looks pretty good. AC leaf. Various color schemes. I think it looks good. Alright, well that's gonna be it. You should do a bad apple puzzle. I have good news for you. There is one. There is one. Now, where specifically, I don't remember. It was not this one. That's a squid. It's there in one of these. It might be this one. It's not this one. The squid now. It's a kid now. Is this the... I don't know. It was one of these. You can check one of the other VODs for Bad Apple. Okay, git commit puzzles. Cool sunglasses. Go to A-Sprite, but you gotta see it in the game. You can't see it outside the game. There it is. There's Bad Apple. Okay, cool sunglasses. Ragnarok pouring. Let me see. Alright. It's now time to end the stream. That's right. It is the end of the stream. 2 more remain. I will maybe not do them off stream, just so that I have content for some other stream. Welcome Polyglitch and goodbye. Alright. Carver Day. Harbin Ice Festival. Harbin, isn't that the hotel? Harbin Hotel. Bird Day. Thank God it's Monday Day. 12th night. Keto Day, Ellen Day, Bird Day. National Bird Day Raid. Sure, you can do Walrus Point, bird emoji, if you want. Alright, who do I raid? Who's streaming? I got a Twitch notification. Co-stream Beast Games 2. Strong vs. Smart Episode 1 on Prime Video. No, I will not do that. Okay, who do I raid? Who is streaming today? Who is out there streaming right now? What about... what's this person doing? What if we rated Art Sounds? I haven't rated Art Sounds all year, or even in the past 2 years even. I've rated him 742 days ago, which I definitely thought would have been more recent, but it's not true. GDQ is live. Is it really? Games done quick. Crash Bandicoot. I mean, you could watch that if you want. I watched the run this morning. Was there a good one? I feel like I don't care about GDQ anymore. I've not watched GDQ in such a long time now. Anyway, the raid's gonna go. I am gonna be back on Wednesday. I have work tomorrow, unfortunately. Unfortunately, tomorrow is a return to work. You have to go to the office. Have to take public transit. It's gonna be cold outside. And then we'll have people be like, oh, actually, it's not actually that cold. You think that's cold? You try living in Chicago. That's cold. No. It being cold there does not stop it from being cold here. They can both be cold. I'm making up a guy to be angry at. Grr, why would they say that? Why would they compare the coldness? Anyway, thanks for watching. Goodbye.